Okay, fine. So till now in the first session we have seen how the Visual Studio will be opened, what are the options available, all these things we have seen, and we have seen one sample package where we can load some flat file to some destination as in a table. So that was the last class. So in today's class we will try to have some one transformation and one source and one target. Let's take the first, we'll understand what is the requirement, then how we can implement in the Visual Studio, we'll see. So before going to the Visual Studio, first understanding the requirements here. Let's say I'm having one table here, okay? So which is my source, okay? And I'm having my destination as a flat file. Let's say I will take some 2 3 destinations. So from this source I have some number of columns in this source table. Okay. So from this table, what is the my requirement is, there is a one column, some XYZ column is there. So depends on this column, the data has to be splitted into different flat files. Let's say I'm going to use some condition here. What is my condition? Some XYZ condition is there. So according to this condition, the data has to be split into different files. Let's say I'm having one table here. The table name is, let's say in our adventure works, some dim customer is there. So in that dim customer, I'm having some customer key column is there. So I'm going to apply one condition on the customer key column. So what is that customer key column? The first condition is the customer key column value from 1 to 10 records I want to split into first destination. From 20 to 30 records I just need to split the result into second destination. So rest of the records I want to send it to the third destination. So this is what the requirement. So whenever you start any business to SSIS, we will be getting some requirements from the client. So this is what the requirement, how it will be happens generally. So whatever I said, it will be given you in the Word document. So this is the requirement and this is the expected output, like this they will be giving in the Word document. So first understanding the what is the requirement and then implement the requirements in the Visual Studio. Okay. So now you got the requirement, right? So there is a one source table. In this source table there is a one column, key column or some column is there. In this column I am going to apply some condition here. So this condition should be satisfied, like first 10 records should be come to the first destination. So these are all flat files actually. So first 10 records should be come in, right into the first destination. The second 20 to 30 records should be come to the second destination. This is also a flat file. This is also a flat file. So first 10 records in first destination, next 10 records in the next destination, and rest of the records should be comes to third destination. Means here it is 1 to 10 should be come in the first file. Some 11 to some 50 or 20, whatever it may be, it should be come to second destination, and the rest all should be come to the third destination. So this is the requirement. So did you got the requirement now? Understand the what exactly we have to go, we are going to do now?
Yeah.
Divya, did you understand what is the requirement?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So the same requirement now we are going to implement in the SSIS. Let's see. Now I am opening the SSIS. For this, I am going to take one new package here. Now the first task, source. Source is what in our requirement? Some table, right? So first take the data flow task, double click, give them some proper condition here, deft underscore some conditions, double click, it will be open into the data flow. This is the control flow where we have assigned data flow task. When we double click, automatically it will come into the second tab, which is nothing but data flow. Here we will specify the source, okay, and destination. So what is our source here? Some table we discussed, right? This is what the requirement, and some destinations is there, right? So let's fix the first what is the source. Double click this. It is asking where is your table and where is your server. So let's connect our server and table. So this is our AdventureWorks server and this is our database, right? So if you don't know, this is the first time we are going to connect, then specify the server name here. It's trying to connect what are the servers available. So in my system, I have only one server, that is Bazi PC is the one server here. That server name I have given. In that, which database you are going to select? I am going to select some AdventureWorks database. Okay. So try to check the test connection whether this server is connected properly or not. Yes, our connections are successful. Just click OK. Now OK. Now it is asking which table you are going to select. We have different tables in this database. Why? Because we have connected to AdventureWorks. That's why it is listing all the tables which are available in the AdventureWorks. So in our example, we said some dim customer, right? So I'm going to select some dim customer. So what are the columns available in this? We have different columns. Yes. In this, we have some customer key column. Yeah, that is what our requirement. Yes, we have the customer key column. Just specify. Now the error has removed. Means our source is ready now. Now we have to apply some transformation. Just go to the common here. See, source, destination, common transformations. These are all the common transformations which we are going to discuss in the coming sessions. So in the first, now we are going to look into the first transformation, that is conditional split. Okay, we will be going to cover all these transformations one by one. But first we will cover the conditional split. Okay, source is connected now. We said in our requirement we have to apply some condition. For that we are going to apply conditional split. Means basing on the condition it has to be split. Let's connect the source to this condition. Okay, connection is given. Double click the conditional split. Okay, now it is showing all the all the variables and parameters and columns here. If you look into this, when we double click, it will be open like this. So if you want to do some operations, or if you want to pass some value to the parameters or something, all these things will be handled in this editor. Okay, we are going to apply some condition, right? So let's select the column which we are going to apply the condition. Okay, so what is the column here? Some customer key we are going to apply condition. So drag and drop that column here. Okay, and apply the conditions here. So what is our condition? The customer key column should be first 10 records, means from greater than 1 and less than 10. Means the customer key value should be greater than 1 and less than 10. We are applying some conditions here. So now you will be getting some doubt here how we have applied this one. So if you look at this, everything is given here. The operators, typecast, null functions, all these things. Here we have applied one operator here, AND operator. What is how to apply this operator? I have given logical AND operator. Means how to give this logical AND operator? We have to apply this icon. Means if I don't give like this, I can drag and drop this one also. Okay, like this we have number of options which we can do so many conditions. So simply to understand, I have given some small condition here. So let's take the case 1. We will make it as an a 1 to 10. First condition, right? So I am giving some condition name as condition 1 to 10. So let's take the second condition. For that, what I am doing is I'm just copying the same condition. Why? Because from 10 to 20, second condition has to be satisfied. If you want to split more records, we can make it. Okay. So my requirement is first 1 to 10, 10 to 20. It has to go into the first file. This has to go to the second file. The default output, it is not required. Means the rest of the records which greater than 20 or something is there, all these records should be goes into the third record. That is not required. Why? Because we have conditional split default output is there. That will be taken care. Just split OK. Means condition is now fine. Now specify the our destinations. First flat file, we are going to apply some 3 flat files here. First condition, connect the first condition here. It is asking which condition you want to apply. First condition 1 to 10 is my first condition, so this condition has to be applied here. Okay, first condition is applied here. Again click the condition split and connect to the second flat file. Here second condition 10 to 20 records has to come to this file. Okay, by default the third default option, here it is saying it doesn't ask me anything. Why? Because the default option which is available means the rest of the records should be come to the third destination. Okay, this is how it will be splitted. Let's create the, now the source is given, condition is given, flat file is given, but we didn't specify where it has to be stored. What is the destination of the flat file? So for that, double click the destination file and give the one new file here, which should be some delimited with some comma. Means whenever the flat file is created, every column should be separated with some comma. That is the thing it is asking. Or else if you want to specify some other formats, we can specify. But let's go with the delimited as of now. So 1 to 10 is my requirement file name. So where we are going to store this one? Condition 1 to 10 is my file name. So when I say like this, it automatically creates a new flat file here. Okay. In my desktop, I am having some training folder. In that I am having some source. In that I am going to create one file name, which is that file name is condition 1 to 10. Just open here. Click the column names in the first data rows. Just say OK. And every time we have to map the conditions here. Means this is the input columns which are coming from the conditional split. This is the file we have created, and we are mapping every column to each column. See, customer key column is mapped to the from the source to destination. Means like that need to be mapping has to be given, whether that it is mapping or not. Just click OK. Means our first file is ready. In the same way, we have to create the second file. Double click the file. Here I am creating the new file. Here we can see the one more option, update. Means if there is a file exist, we can update that file here. But in our scenario, we are going to create one new file with delimited commas. It is asking some name here. Condition 2 to some 20 to 30, right? Okay. Browse where it has to be some condition 20 to 30. Columns in the first row, just OK, and mappings. Don't forget, every time mapping is mandatory. Without mapping, a file won't be created. Okay. The second file is also ready now. Let's create the default output. The same way, nothing will be changed. Again, we are creating the new file here. Say it as a default output here. Rows in the first and mapping. Yes, mapping is also done now. Now everything is connected and all are error free. Means no issues. So come to here, format. If you see this format, it is asking how the layout it should be displayed. Make it as a diagram. Means automatically it will be make it as a proper way. Means now till before to this it was somewhat zigzag, right? Now it will make it into a default view which can be fit to our frame. Okay. For that, every time go to auto layout, means make it as an automatically. I won't ask you to keep this file as this file as this. Make it as an auto layout as a diagram. Okay. If you want to do some alignments, we can do this one. Okay. Now save this package. Make it as a proper naming convention. Some conditional split. Okay. Now we'll execute this one. Start this package execution. Now starting. So this is the condition where it has been satisfied. I guess there are some issue with this conditional split. No records has came to the first file, no records here. All the records are defaultly gone to the default output. Why like that? We will see here. First we will check what are the values available for the customers. What is that one? Dim customer, right? See, we have simply given some customer key values are some 10, 20 like that, right? But here the condition is, if you see the data, how it is starting itself from 11,000. That's why the data has not came to this. Let's change that condition. Here we have given some simple condition 1 to 10 like that. But if you see the table, what is the customer key column here? It is starting value is itself 11,000. That's why it is the first condition was not satisfied. Let's change this one 11,000. Yes, from 11,000 to we'll give some 11,020. Okay, first to 20 records from 11,021 to from 11,050 we will give. Okay, first 20 records should be going to the first condition. Next 20 to 50 records go into the second condition. The rest of the things it has to go to the third one. Okay, just split. Okay. Now again I'm going to save this one, and again I'm going to execute this one. It is executing. Yes, if you see this, first 20 records has came in the first condition, next 30 records has came from second condition, rest all are went to the default output. This is how the data will be splitted, okay, by using the conditional split operation. Stop the.
The file destination can be only the flat file, or it can be
It
any
can be
format.
anything. In our example or in our requirement, it is a flat file. We can take it as
Okay.
an Excel, we can take it as a table, you can try yourself. But the requirement is the source data has to be splitted, and splitted data should be divided into three destinations. It can be flat file, it can be Excel, it can be table. So in our requirement, I have taken as a flat file. If you want to try, you can try the Excel. Okay.
Okay.
I will
Okay.
show the next
So
condition with the
in
Excel.
brief, like, so in brief,
Can we
this,
see the file in the destination? I mean,
Yes,
can we see
yes,
the data in the destination? How it
yes.
is?
So this is the first condition result, right? Let's double click and open. So this is the columns and this is the data available from 1 to 20 records. Means from top 20 we have given, right? So those records are came into the first condition file. Let's take second condition. It is
can't we
starting.
see, can't we see in the tabular format? Like normally how we execute the query in our SQL in that format, can't we see that?
I mean, these are all text files, right? That is what here the condition when we are going to create this condition. If you observe this, the preview will be like this.
Okay, yeah. So in this format, it is not going to show us.
It is in this format only. When we are open with this something text file, it will be separated with comma. That's why it is showing like this actually. So when we
So
open
that
the
is the
same, yeah,
definitive.
yes, the view of this will it will be like this actually. So if you open with some Notepad++, you can be find like this. The first column
But
value, second column, third column like this. It is separated with comma here.
what is
So
the use if
only
we are converting it to like text file. As you said, we should convert all the different types of files into SQL, and only then we can process it into a data warehouse, right?
Yeah.
So why are we? What is the use of converting into text files? Is there any use for this also?
Yeah, sometimes see the requirement will be different here. Okay. So every time don't think that it will be SQL itself. It can be Excel also. It can be flat file. It can be table. It can be in a different format. See, every company won't maintain the same pattern. Sometimes the requirements will be changes. So see, what is our requirement here is once this conditional split is done, right? This may be input for this some other table. Okay, from here what I'm going to take it is I maybe use this file as some input to the second table. Okay,
Okay.
you got it the point here. So
Yeah, I
in my
got the
first
point.
DFT I have given some condition. Now data is splitted here. If you observe, the data is splitted now. So now this can be a source and some other table can be a destination. Okay, now the data will be splitted and moved it into some different tables. Okay,
Okay.
so as per the
Then we can.
requirements data every time, as per the requirement every time the source data cannot be directly moved to the final destination. It has to be
Okay.
filter the data, it has to be formatted the data, it has to be make it as an information, right? So for that
Yeah.
purpose we have to apply all the conditions and all the requirements as per the given input. Okay, we cannot directly send the source directly to the destination.
Okay.
And my other doubt is, the output was in the notepad, I mean the text format, right? This is because of the flat file selection,
Yes,
or did you get my point?
yes, see here we have different destinations. If you see, I have taken the flat file destination, right?
Yeah. So what if our destination is again the SQL?
Mm-hmm. So
So
then we have
how
to
would
go
be the
with the.
output for that?
Okay, let's take the one more example. I think you people will be understand when I will take some other table. Okay, let's take the some table as a destination. Okay, you got the point now. I am going to take the same copy here. I will be just copy and paste. Here I am going to change the my destination types. Till now I have taken the flat file, right? Now I am going to take some destination as a table, OLEDB table. So again it is asking which condition you want to apply to this table. First condition. Okay, good. I am applying another destination table here. Here which condition you want to apply it is asking. Okay, I will apply some second condition. I will take some other table here, some third condition. Why? Because by default we have only the left condition is default output. Now we have to specify which table we are going to update. Means the first 10 records in which table you want to redirect. So double click this one. Okay, in this adventure works, what is your table name? It is asking. We don't have any table name. If we have already created any table, we can directly redirect that data first 10 records into that table, right? So we don't have the table. Now we are going to create some new table here. New here. So it is asking, it is going to create automatically some table here. 1 to 10 destination. I'm giving that like some table name I'm giving. Just click OK. Click the mappings. Yes, mappings are fine. So first condition is good. Now again I'm creating some second destination. Again I'm going to create second table. Why? Because I don't have any table exist which I can redirect. Okay. Some 20 to 50. This is my destination, second destination table. Click OK and mapping here. Yes, mapping is done. If anything goes wrong here, mapping will be shown some red mark here. Okay, just click OK. The third output it is asking. I will give some default here. Click mappings. Yes, mappings are done perfectly. Now our requirement is ready with the source table and target tables. First condition, first 10 records here, second 20 and default the records. Now I am going to execute this one. If I say execute here, what happens is it will go to the control flow. What are the available things in the control flow? It will be started here. Means it will execute everything. Now I want to specifically execute this one only, right? For that purpose, I am going to execute from only this task. Okay, without saying like this, if I start executing here, what it does is whatever the things are available in the control flow, it will be start executing everything. Okay, but here I need to execute this one only, so I am executing this task. It started executing, so it's executing. Execution is successful, means its green mark has came. See, the source has splitted here, some 19 rows into first table, 28 rows into the second table, and some rest of the records are into the third table. Let's go to the database and check. AdventureWorks, just refresh. Why? Because we have created some new tables here. See, select star from, we can see the records here. Tables are created. Select star from first 10 destination, right? Okay. Now the records have came to in this table. First 20 records. Is it fine now? The table is fine now with the first 20 records. Like this, let's check with the second table also. It should be, yes, it is started from, why? Because 22 means there is no record from the 20 or 21. That's why it is started from 22. Okay. From 20 to 40 or 50 records are there. So these records are from the to the second table. So we have some other table default, right? Let's select star from some default. Okay. So rest of the records will be coming to here. Okay. Like this, our conditions will be splitted. So any doubts?
Yeah.
Yes, Thiru?
Yeah, from 1 to 10 we have 10 records or 20 records.
1 second.
19 records.
19 records. It is saying the see, if you see the results also, the source has 18,484 rows. In that, 19 rows are splitted to the first destination, 28 rows are splitted to the second destination, and some 18,437 records are entered into the default destination. So the result will be displayed here. How many records
Then
are
what
coming?
is then what is condition underscore 1 underscore 10?
Maybe I have given somewhat wrong. Let me check. Here it should be 1 to 20.
Yeah, actually, you have modified the condition, right?
Yes,
After
yes,
you have
yeah.
seen
Yeah,
the
modify the
customer
condition.
key.
Yeah. So it should
You
be
didn't change
something
it
like,
here.
yes. So first 20 here, next 20 to 50 here. The rest of the things are from the default. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So any doubts till now?
No.
Okay. So how this control flow will be, till now we have seen the data flow, right? What does this control flow is? what simply we can say control is it's a brain for all this data flow. So it will tells which task should be executed after which task, means whether it should be success or default, whatever it may be, how after this task which task should be executed, all these things will be maintained in the control flow. Means first task is this one. Once this task is done, we can say this task should be executed. Okay, like this we are specifying all the tasks in the control flow. Okay, each task is again defined as some source and destinations, some transformations, all these things. Okay, it means the control flow is the where we can control the flow after which one has to be executed. All these things we can specify in the control flow. Okay.
Can you open the first condition?
Okay.
Okay, and now the second condition?
Control flow default.
This one.
Yes.
Okay, so once if we don't want the first condition, then we can clear the screen, right? Do we have an option of clearing?
No. So in that case, so you just want to execute this one, right? You don't want to execute the first condition.
Yeah.
That is your requirement. In that case, select the first one, right click, make it as a disable.
Okay.
Okay. It won't touch your first condition. It will be directly starting from second condition, means second task here. Okay.
Okay.
Like this we can apply anything here. Enable here. Here we have one more thing which need to be discussed here. So once if you are seeing every time some green task here, right? We are connecting some this task to this task, right? So we have this success constrainer. We have some constraints here. How to be apply each task to another task means we have some constraints here. If we click this part means connectivity part, double click that one, we can say the precedence constraints is there. Means before connecting to the second task, what should be the constraint we can apply? By default, it will say success. If you don't want to say success, we can make as a failure also. Like example, if I give here failure means click OK. What happens is whether this first task is failed, then only go to the second task. Did you got my point? Previously we
Yeah,
have given the green task, right? Green line means if this condition is success, then only go to the second task. But now what I have given, if the first condition fails, then only go to the second task. Like this I have given the precedence constraint. We have the three precedence constraints. Okay, what are those? Success, failure and completion. Success means if it is successful, then only the second task will be start executing. If we given the failure means the first task is failure, then only it will be goes to the second task. The third condition is completion. So what does it is completion means? Whether it is in a success or failure, don't bother about it. Just go to the second task. Okay. What does this completion color will be? See, it will be something like this, somewhat black. Okay, means let me give you one more example here. I'm giving one more task here. So I will change this one. See, the first task is saying that whether if it is fails, go to this one. If it is success, go to this one. If it is success or failure, it will be going to here. Got my point? Precedence constraints, we have three things: success, failure and completion. Success means the first, if it is success, then only it will be comes to here. If it is fails, then only it will be comes to here. If it is success or failure, it will be comes to here. It means most of the times it will be executed this condition. Why? Because the completion won't bother about the success or failure. It will simply execute this one. Okay. You want to try? Let's try to execute this one. See, depends on the success or failure. Completion won't bother about it. It will be goes here. Now it is success. That's why it is came to this condition here. Okay. If you want, if it is failed, then this would be how executed. Okay. Like this, our precedence constraints will be applied here. So sometimes what happens is our conditions may not be satisfied. Okay. Sometimes the data may comes some parts wrong in a wrong format, but we have given the proper format itself, but the data may be changes. In that case, what happens is we will give this precedence condition also. So if the data is came properly, means if it is successful, then write the destination table. If it is anything goes wrong, then redirect all those records to some other destination. Sometimes it depends like whether this condition are satisfied or unsatisfied. Move on to the next task so that the package should not be failed. Okay, like this we apply all the precedence constraints here. Okay, once this is done, we have some other task here which is nothing but send mail task. Okay, we'll give here. What does this send mail task will do? Once our task is completed, whether it is a success, if it is failure, if it is in a success, if it is in a complete, we have given the three different send mail tasks here. What this it will do is it will says like completion mail, means once this task is completed we will get some mail here. Means what does this send mail task will do is it will send some mail to us, to which, to whom you want to say. Means our manager we are saying that boss our package is completed. We can say some subject, all these things we can specify here. From where? Some technical package person or technical person. SMTP connection, but as of now we don't have the SMTP connection. That's why we are not able to execute. Why? Because here server details has to be given. As of now we don't have the server details. That's why I'm not executing here. So generally it will be some POP3 options. There will be some Gmail options also will be there. We can try, but as of now we don't have the SMTP connections. Just to get understand, I'm just giving here. Okay. So to from CC, what is the subject? Subject what it will be given? Task completed successfully. Means when we got this mail, it will be shown from which person, to whom we have sent, what is the subject. All these details will be given in the send mail task. Okay. Message source. Means if you want to add some signature or something, we can define some our own source here. Attachments, if you need to, if you want some, if you want to attach some attachments also we can take. Like if you want to attach some screenshot or default, generally we don't attach anything. Why? Because it's an automated, right? So we don't attach anything. Still if you want to attach, we can attach something here every time you want to see that attachment. Okay, just click OK. So this mail will, once this is successful, automatically it will comes to here and it will be send mail to particular person. Okay, like this send mail task will be useful. Got it?
Can't we use only one send mail task to all of the 3 to one person? Like instead of keeping these 3, can't we give those tasks for one
Yes, we can do this one.
condition?
Means everything has to be come to this one only, right? We don't know what is the package status now. If it is successful, what we can do is, uh, means we can simply make it as an one send mail task. We can give if it has a successful, then only we are going to send one mail. If we didn't get any mail for this, means maybe package has got failed. Like this we can specify. Most of the times we don't give any mail on the success. If it is failed, then only we will give these mails. Why? Because then we can be alerted. Means some manager will be seen that, boss, your package has got failed, look into this. Like this means in this case, in the real times, what when it will be given is, it will be given in the most of the failure cases. Okay. And one more area where we can say the send mail task is once the entire flow. Here we have given the some one flow here, right? Here you can see some 20 to 30 flows are there. So once that all those 30 flows are completed, then we will assign some send mail task as a complete package was successful. Like this we can specify some send mail task. In that we can specify now the package is completed, all are executed successfully. Okay, like this we can specify.
Okay.
Got it? So this is the, that is what the, this is the conditions where we can apply the precedence conditions. All these things we have seen today: conditional split, precedence condition, and send mail task. Okay, so
Yeah.
that's all for today. So if you have any doubts, let me know.